you need help with your Marvel Strike Force game, then come down to the school of the Game Father. Valley Flyin did, and he learned that you can't beat the Game Father.
Okay, so it's Sunday, and we're having our Super Red Star Race to 400,000 Blitz. And most of the discussion today is going to talk about the recent acquisition of FoxNext Studios, or Fox Studios, by the Mickey Mouse, by Disney. What do you think about all that? Is it exciting?
It depends which direction they want to go with it, right? There's so many ways, and
right, and we've got a lot to talk about that.
History.
Yeah, I just want to say that according to Amir, the game is going to be around 10 years from now, is what he's been saying very consistently. We're going to talk about some of the new farmables, Green Goblin, Sabretooth. We're going to talk about the Pyro event and getting Magneto, yay. We're going to talk about unlocking Captain Marvel and what our opinions are on Captain Marvel, initial impressions before we make our full-blown videos. Killmonger, and I just unlocked Ultimus, so we will talk about that. But mostly, let's talk about Disney. What do you got to say about Disney buying or finally acquiring FoxNext Studios? What are your thoughts about that? Smash! Who's going to lose
Disney,
again?
Keep this game around. Don't do it. Don't shut this game down. Don't Infinity us or LucasArts us.
Right?
As well. That's all I got to say.
Okay, so let me give you a recap.
I got more to say.
Yeah, okay. For anybody that doesn't know what's going on is that Disney acquired Fox Studios, which FoxNext is the game developers of Fox Studios. But Disney, since 2016, has said consistently over and over again that they do not want to be in the business of developing games, and they only want to license it. And Lucas has said the same thing, and they don't even flinch. And they in one sentence, over there with that Disney Infinity, they shut it down, wrote off $150 million like it was nothing, and said nothing but this was a good game, and we're very good at making games. We just don't want to do it. I mean, is that your interpretation of how it went down with them?
Yeah, I wasn't sure about the profitability of Infinity, but if it was indeed that 150 number, very coincidental, right?
Yeah, because that's how much money and revenue Marvel Strike Force made last year. So then we've got a total of 3 different messages this week. An interview at Polygon, an interview at Game Informer, and on the Marvel Strike Force weekly blog. I've been liking that. It's been coming out weekly, right? Seems like every Friday night they post it.
Yeah, hopefully they continue to do that. I like when they're consistent with stuff.
Yeah, it's been amazing. And so they're going out of their way, and there's these very good interviews, and the interviews all say something similar about how there's going to be zero change in the game, and millions of people love this game, and it's very profitable, and that they're according to Disney, they're not going to shut the game down. And what are your thoughts about that?
I hope it's true.
Okay.
The little bit of interesting stuff that happened this week, though, because of the takeover, there were a bunch of job postings for Lucas games. So a lot of the media was covering that and said, "Hey, does this mean that is Disney getting back into games because of this?" And there was a spokesperson that reached out to one of these companies and said that no, they're just going to continue to license out their intellectual property. So interesting little bit of news that also happened this week on the non-MSF but related.
So it's been very consistent that they don't want to be in this space, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay, so I've got a different take on this, and my take is a little bit tinfoil hat, and it has to do with my personal experience in the biz world. Okay, so I was a stockbroker for better part of 10 years, and I remember very distinctly somewhere in 2003, 2005, being invited to go onto a conference call with Michael Eisner, the then CEO of Disney. Okay. And I remember thinking, well, why do they need my help? Why do they want to talk to me? It was very suspicious, and it turned out being like a huge scam of some kind. And I don't remember the spec details, but he needed us for something, and then not much longer after that, it was like all shady, and then he wasn't the C anymore, and then Bob Iger was. And then I had a similar experience where, and it all had to do with the takeover of Comcast, and it just was shady, and they said the opposite of what actually happened. And then the company I worked for had a merger also with a big bank, and the same thing. Like a couple weeks or months before the actual takeover, the CEO came to our branch and this and that, and then like a minute later we were sold out and no notice. And so I guess my point is, if they were going to shut down Marvel Strike Force, or if they were going to sell it, what would they say? They wouldn't say anything. They would just do it. You know what I mean? And they tell everybody up until the last minute, everything's fine, and then the last minute it just would happen. Is that too tinfoil for you?
No, it's very likely. I mean, not likely, but it is one of the possible outcomes. And there's a few others. You know, like you said, maybe sell it to someone. That wouldn't be the worst thing.
Yeah, see, that's something that I see.
There's a few other outcomes as well. You know, that
I don't see that Disney's business model changed, and Disney is so large, and if they don't want to be in this space, they don't want to be in this space. Oh boy, I picked the wrong match right here. And I don't think they're going to say anything to the employees. They're definitely not going to say anything to the customers, right? And I don't see what has changed with their business model in the last 10 minutes of these postings that would make them change their business plan is what I want to know.
Yeah, I'm not working for Disney. I don't know anybody that works there, but my assumption would be that it would be determined on how hands off they can be with FoxNext. If it's just like almost like collecting a royalty from them,
right?
And I would think that they're more likely to say, all right, well, you guys do your stuff and give us more like a IP royalty type of thing. Wouldn't.
Right, and the reason why I kind of felt that way is because that post, the guy kept saying that the game is going to be around 10 years from now, and I just want to say that that's a stretch. If he was saying 5 years or several years, but when he says stuff like that, it's almost like ridiculous.
Didn't
and then it's like,
make
dude,
some kind of statement about a 10-year plan?
Yeah, it's just like that sounds like absurd, right? And that's what it made me think about it, like, oh man, this isn't right when they start saying things like that. Now, and the other thing too is I think the game. And the other thing people keep saying is like, oh, the game is wildly successful. I don't see that. When I see that, one of the articles quoted them making $3 a month, and then, Galaxy of Heroes makes $4 million a month, and that's a Star Wars game, and this is a Marvel game, and Marvel's way bigger than Star Wars, and this game is brand new, and they've spent way more money on marketing on this game because that number is just it's a gross number. It's not a net number, and so it just seems so strange that and then you got Marvel Contest of Champions that does $7 million on that same metric. I thought the game would have been way more successful given how much money they've spent on advertising, just from the way that I see it. Because they were the largest advertiser of all video games for 1 month last year. That's unheard of for a mobile title. It's almost insane amount of money that they spent on advertising.
That's all titles, not just mobile titles.
Yes, they were tied with Nintendo, or they passed up Nintendo.
Wow.
Which is crazy, right?
You're talking about pure advertising costs. Look at how much do you think it costs to develop those cinematic trailers that they've been
I don't know. Nothing
out.
compared to how much they spent on advertising. My goodness, it's just it's an absurd amount of money. And so I don't think the game is going to get shut down or anything like that, but I could see very much Disney saying, yeah, we're selling you guys off to so-and-so, and all those talks will happen in closed doors, and it'll be announced, and then it'll just happen, and that'll be that. And up until the minute that they say that it's being sold off, it'll be nothing's happening. And the other reason why I think this is happening too is that it seems like everybody has some sort of leaker over at FoxNext and Marvel Strike Force. Dude, what kind of game is this where everybody has somebody leaking something? I've covered a lot of games, and there are looser lips on this game than any other game I've ever experienced. And I wonder if it's because there's just dissension in the ranks, or people are afraid of losing their jobs, or they just don't care. I mean, what are your thoughts about that?
My big thought is if you're at FoxNext and you want to leak, hit me up, boy.
It just seems like, unless they're like false leaks and everybody just makes up stories about leaks, but it just seems like there's like everybody over there. I mean, they don't have any control over the employees, and I think that's because they all are worried about losing their jobs and they just don't care. You know, there's like no incentive to keep their mouths shut. You know what I mean? Like there's no control over any of that stuff. So I don't know. Anyways, maybe we're reading too much into it.
Well, let me put the tinfoil hat back on before you try to take it off. Remember when this game first started and all of us were like, what is going on with these guys? They don't seem like they have a lot of experience with this game. It seems like it got rushed to global launch because of Infinity War, and just it's been backed up ever since. What do you think is just inexperience that all these leaks are coming from, or do you think there's something behind it?
Well, it's the same studio's been together for a long time, and they've been making games, I think, together since like 2002. But they were very candid in saying that this is the only successful title they've had. Yeah, you know what? I was like, okay, you know, so I don't know what that means, right? You know,
they gotta get more IP. That's what
I don't know. So that was like in the same sentence, you know, that they said that. So I was like, okay. Oh my goodness, what happened there?
Fight the
I don't know.
You gotta fight the defenders, though. That's the
Dude,
only
we're not
option
fighting
at this
defenders.
point.
We don't do defenders, man.
Fight the
Pro
Guardians.
tip: don't fight the defenders.
Fight a full Guardians team.
No, that was like a half.
Wait a minute. Who am I talking to here? Am I talking to the Game Father? 'Cause
Yeah.
that doesn't sound like a Game Father tip.
Anyways,
avoid the defenders.
I do. You know, when they say that the merger is going to have zero impact, I do not believe that to be true. I believe that the game will be sold off and be acquired by another developer, and the game will be fine. The game is successful enough that somebody else would want to run it, and the numbers are good enough. I don't think they're phenomenal or the best game ever made or anything like that, but it's definitely good enough that somebody else will want to take this game over. But I don't see what would happen with Disney's business model to change in the last 10 minutes. I mean, they've consistently said they don't want to make games, and they're always saying that. They've said that for a long time, and nothing has changed with their public policy on that. So that's what I think. I think it's going to get sold off. I don't think that's a bad thing. Maybe the game will get better. Who knows? I do want to say that I did like the developer post by Amir. There were some things that they said in there that I thought were fantastic. One, they said that they had horrible communication and it's gotten better. They also defended Red Stars and said things like it increased engagement and it was the best thing ever. And they must have access to data that, you know, obviously I don't have, so how could I dispute that, you know?
Yeah.
But that was interesting that they said that. What am I doing with... I'm not paying attention.
Disney's getting you heated, baby. Let's talk more about Disney.
Oh, it was a Minerva team. That's what happened. All right.
You got another Minerva?
I can't play against Minerva.
Yeah, baby. Woo!
Oh, my goodness. That's going to ruin me. What's going on? My game froze. Come on. Oh, no. It froze. My game froze.
Uh-oh. That happened to me once. Is this a win by default?
I don't know, man. It froze, though.
Well, I'll just keep going and we'll keep playing this. And
well, it froze, so I had to force start it.
Well, I gave you when mine crashed. I gave you the win on that one. So.
Well, there was yeah. We didn't even put that video up though. All right,
we did it. It would have been good. It would have been good. That was a close.
Yeah, it would have been good. I was so far ahead of you, so it didn't matter anyways.
No, the one that crashed. The one that crashed. It was close. I think. I don't know. I never went back and looked at the video.
All right, so where are we at? Okay, I'm at 148,000. I need to avoid those Minerva teams like a plague.
No, my friend. You need to fight Minerva every chance possible.
Yeah, for you guys that don't know, Minerva is really good. Okay. Well, anyways, enough of that Disney talk. Let's move on to something else. Green Garbage Farmable, Sabretooth Farmable, Pyro Event. You already have Magneto unlocked, so that doesn't really affect you. But I know a lot of people, that's kind of a big deal. Being able to get Sabretooth and then the Pyro Event, right?
Well, even with Magneto, my Sabretooth has only been 4 stars. So I like that you're able to farm this. And Green Goblin, man, my Green Goblin is so far behind.
Yeah, and Green Goblin's going to be an unlock requirement for Shuri, which is kind of absurd, actually, in a lot of ways. Yeah.
We've hit. I'm at 162. We're still close, even with that.
Oh, okay. Well,
crash,
then maybe I needed to do it this way for you. I was not paying attention, so that's kind of unfortunate.
Game is still on, guys.
It did reset me though, back down to 3-1. So that's kind of unfortunate. I wasn't planning on that.
But it's not
but anyways,
unfortunate for the smash, though.
Yeah. Now the thing is because Sabretooth is available, but I haven't even seen. I've only got like 2 shards of Sabretooth since the event has changed over. It doesn't seem like I'm getting a lot of them.
I've only seen it popped up once since they made that switch over. So that was 2 days, and I've seen it pop up once. So
yeah, because I would go hard on that Pyro event if more of these Sabretooths would show up, because I need about, I don't know, maybe like 80 of each to make it work. So that's kind of the way it is. So hopefully now. Let's talk about Captain Marvel. Did you unlock Captain Marvel? Have you had a chance to play her much?
I did, and it was on a 8-3 Blitz battle with some crappy team around her, and I lost. So that's my only experience with Captain Marvel so far. So it's
okay.
I don't have a good.
I played her a bunch in 6, and I played her with like War Machine, Winter Soldier, and of all people, Ultimus, and some other characters, some random nobodies, and it seemed okay.
What's your score?
The one thing I liked playing her with when Drax was in the opening lineup. She could just take that taunt away right away. But other than that, it seemed like the way to play her was to do the basic attack turn 1, which is kind of annoying, and then go binary and then do the removal after she's in binary is the way that I played her.
All right, I have to experiment with her a lot because I just looking on paper, I would have thought that using binary on turn 1 would have been better, but what you're saying makes sense. So I just haven't been able to experiment with her.
I didn't try that. I need to try both, to be honest with you. I tried. I did. Maybe that is the way to do it. I just it seemed like maybe I need to try that. I didn't go down that route. Okay, now let's see if I can take out Hawkeye right here.
No, you need
oh my goodness, it's hot in here.
Wait.
Okay, let's put that on autoplay. Where are you at? 218. So you're in tier 4.
Close.
I got knocked all the way down. Did I get knocked down from?
You must have.
I must have got knocked down, man.
Woo.
Man, this is not my week. I have been playing nearly flawless, but you know what? I've been talking to Casino, and Casino's going to do this. Actually, I'm going to try to do it with him tomorrow. He streams normally when we do this, so we're going to have to do something a little different. But he told me, he says, I'm worried about talking and you being distracting. I go, that's my strategy. My strategy worked against me on this one right here.
Oh, yeah. The Disney got you too fired up, baby.
Yeah, right. All right. At 218,000, I might not be able to pull this off. I think you're so far ahead. Oh, my goodness. I don't think I should have played that team right there. Oh, boy. All right. Well, maybe I'll get through it. Now, let's talk about Killmonger. What are your thoughts on Killmonger? You finally got Killmonger unlocked. What do you think about that?
I didn't get my rewards yet, so I didn't. But I did place high enough in the Blitz to get him unlocked.
Oh, okay. So you haven't got a chance to say if you like him or not or anything like that.
On paper, he looks good. I've seen how crazy his basic looks. I'm looking forward to using him. But yeah, I don't have hand experience with these guys. I was trying to get a good Blitz score. I wanted to get in the top 1,500. So.
Wow, you're a Blitz machine. My goodness, right?
Hey, everything since it seems easy since that when I went for that 9 million one. That was just horrible. It was horrible. Never again.
Yeah, I think you're a crazy man for saying. I mean. That's just way too much. I have other things to do, like sleep sometimes.
Well, let me ask you. Let me flip it around you. Have you unlocked Killmonger?
Yeah.
And what are your impressions of him so far?
The sustain on him is nuts. Always healing. It's a part of his passive, and so he heals more than. I'm trying to think how much he heals. I mean, he doesn't need to be on a team of healers at all. He can just heal.
Are you using him in Blitz, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I was using him in Blitz, and I used him with the Riot. Yeah, it just seemed really good. I think for raids, it's going to be amazing, of course. So yeah, I am so far behind. I don't see myself catching up, to be honest with you.
Black Panther is actually a good character. He seems like the weak link so far, right?
Yeah, well, he's really squishy.
Would you go so far to say that he's like the weak link? Because he's squishy and he doesn't have that damage either. He relies on that passive.
I mean, he had some tricks up his sleeve. I was running him. I just didn't like. I don't like compared to Killmonger. Killmonger made Black Panther look bad. Really.
Yeah.
Just straight up.
War Machine made Iron Man look bad.
Yeah. So. We'll see how it goes, but I mean, I've been playing, and I'm just like, oh boy, these new kits.
I gotta save some teams.
And technically, Black Panther's been reworked already once. With when he didn't have that charge mechanic when he first came out, and that's new.
Yeah, he wasn't.
But the beauty of Black Panther is the gaining. You've got this, I think, man. You're at 282,000. And you're in. Yeah,
I'm trying to save some teams for our next battle because we're gonna go right into the other battle right after this, and I want to beat you on both, brother. It's such a satisfying feeling.
I wonder if I should just
stop
right here and just let it ride because I'm gonna lose so much in the next one. Let's see. I'm at 272, and I'm in 4.
It's close. It's super
not
close.
really. You're in 5. You're gonna be able to do this. I don't see myself catching up.
We'll see what happens. It's not a.
Because I need to do 5 more battles.
I might run into an accidental Minerva.
Oh, you might. Maybe your game will lock up. I don't know, man. If you're running Brotherhood, you shouldn't have a hard time here.
We'll see what happens.
Okay, so I just finally unlocked Ultimus, and I played him a little bit, and he was underwhelming. I guess a lot of people told me that. Yeah, he was a lot of fun in early rounds of Blitz, with taking out like Luke Cage. I mean, that was a lot of fun. I mean, I like his ability where he just blows up tanks. You know what I mean? That was fun. But do you use Ultimus much?
I have a Blitz team for him, and I ran him. And that's the same team that I ran Captain. Not very impressive. He wins at early tiers. That's all I've used him for so far. I haven't bothered to build him up enough to test him fully. And from what I've heard about him, is not worth building up.
Yeah, I hear he's just basically a novelty at this point.
Yeah, he's more that trophy for your collection, right?
Yeah, I mean, it took me 400 and something days to unlock him, and and now getting him to 7 stars is going to take like 4 more years or something. Maybe the 10 years that they're talking about, right?
Oh shit! Well, you have a lot of 7-star characters, so it should be a little quicker. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it should accelerate at some point, but just the payoff doesn't seem really that exciting, frankly. I'm going to go Defenders just because... Oh, wait, I have to change teams.
Put in your
shield. My goodness. This is not going well. All right, Defenders again. Oh, my goodness. All Defenders. Well, let's just do it. Let's see.
You're going to go against Defenders and Minerva in the same Blitz or the same battle.
All right. Well, yeah, Minerva and Defenders was definitely
I'm gonna be busy. I'm gonna be busy for you making some intros too.
yeah, that's right. Those are always fun, man. All right, let's see if I can get this.
My Little Pony or unicorns or what?
My Little Pony. I don't know about that kind of stuff, man. Someone was telling me about that. I didn't even know that like bronies were a thing. I've never heard of that. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, what's that?
I don't know. I was like, you're kidding me, right? Yeah,
I'm sure someone will put it in the comments below what a brony.
I was like, what do you mean bronies are a thing? I never even heard of a brony, but I guess there's like these people that are like totally into it. And I'm like, I don't know. Huh?
The truth about a brony.
Yeah, oh my goodness. You see, you already know the song, so I wonder about that.
Oh, that was not a brony song. That was a take on the Bobby Brown song from the 80s.
Yeah, I remember. I was there. I think it was. I think that was. I think that was from maybe the 90s. I could be wrong. Late 80s, early 90s.
Late 80s.
Yeah. I don't know. It all blurs together.
Don't be cruel album. Bobby Brown.
Oh my God. Yeah, there was another song on there. Don't Be Cruel, and which was really annoying is there was another like Don't Be Cruel song out at the same time. What am I doing? Why am I playing these matchups?
because you don't want to make intros.
Oh my God! I can't believe this. You're gonna see me rage on this right here. Oh my God! Okay.
You're just sandbagging for the next battle, I think.
How could he not? How could he not get? She hit the tack, but he didn't stun. Isn't her? Oh my God! Oh my God! We're gonna. If I lose this, I'm gonna just lose my mind. Bam!
Okay.
Go away. Okay, come on. No, come on. Okay. Okay.
A while ago.
Go away. Dodge right here. Dodge right here. Dodge.
Video
No!
about the teams.
No! No!
So, where'd she go? Where'd she go? So, let me tell you something. For everyone at home, let me tell you something.
All right.
A while ago, there was a guy named Valley Flying and Mobile Gamer / OMG, and they made this video about teams to avoid. And you should probably watch that video game, Father, because
yeah, I know.
You're
I
fighting
had three defender teams. So what I should have done is drop down to shield and just did it with shield, or not talk so much. All right, you're the winner. I'm gonna call it the winner right there. We're running really slow. This is we should have been done by now. We did this in 22 minutes before. I don't know what's going on. So anything you want to say before we go?
Support the Smash, guys. What is it? Two-time champ now. Woohoo!
Nah.
Hey, Father, I got you again, baby.
Oh my God, that was terrible. All right, be sure to head over to Valley Flying. We're gonna do a race to 200,000, and hopefully that'll go better.
Coming up.
It's really hot in here, man. I think it's our handicap.
I'm 3,000 short. I'm 3,000 short.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Keep on gaming.